Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tennessee Fats and today we are doing an opening video. Now, I'm going to stop right here because this is an important message that I want to give to you. For those of you who are hearing me speak right now, thank you. It's very interesting. I was looking at some Google Analytics on my channel the other day, and this is a really funny thing. I had always hoped that at some point in time in my life, I would reach a level where I would be so horrendously atrocious to look at that people within seconds of looking at me would turn away. Turn away and just say, oh, I don't want anything to do with that guy. Oh, he's so horrendous, so ugly. Oh, I'm losing my lunch. I've always hoped to reach that. And I think I'm finally getting close because apparently 1/3 of the people that click on my channels are gone by the time I finish the first sentence. Key success moment right there, everybody, and I am particularly happy about that. What a wonderful world we live in. But anyways, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video today is we are going to do an opening. And today's opening is kind of an interesting one. It's one that's been really coming for a long time. So, this is a Kickstarter. I'll show you. Bingo. So, you see up here, Gotham Comics, and you say, okay, Tennessee Fats, you're opening another Kickstarter. Yeah. This is a 3-year-old Kickstarter. And it's a really stupid story. I don't want to get into it. But at the end of the day, I really only got my hands on this package to open it within the last month. Not through Gotham Comics' fault at all. They delivered this to an address I told them to deliver it to. I just didn't get to that address for the last 3 years. So it's kind of cool because I know that there was an homage cover in this, which I'm hoping is something that I pledged on. By the way, this was my second Kickstarter I ever did. But because it's Gotham Comics, I always do mystery envelopes with them. So I'm really excited to see what's in those because that's like gambling. But it's a gamble that you always win because you know at the end of the day, you get a comic out of it. Pretty cool stuff. So without any further ado, everybody, let's get into this one. Okay, so we are back, so let's get to this. That is the package right there. That's what we're going to be opening, and that's what we're going through today. Now, before we even start this, I'm going to do the obligatory YouTubing thing, which is if you enjoy these videos, if you do like what we're doing here. I know normally I cover a lot of Robert E. Howard. That's what we're focusing on right now. And it's probably what I'm going to focus on this channel going forward for the long term, because that's what I really like doing. Then make sure you like and subscribe to these videos. If you like me opening up random mail packages, I don't do these all the time because I'm not a reseller. And not being a reseller means this is going to my collection. It means it goes into my pocket, and I'm not independently wealthy. So these aren't all the time, but if you like them, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. There you go. Now, let's get into this thing and stop the obligatory YouTubing, and let's open it up. Now, this one was a La Muerta Kickstarter, which is a character that's sort of an offshoot within the Coffinverse. Now, this one I wrote on here, October 2019. That's when this was delivered to my place. And this actual Kickstarter was from, I believe it was, where it closed in July of 2019. So, sense of context, as I'm recording this, we are in August of 2022. Yeah, so we're getting out there here. We are pretty close to being done. So let's pop her open here. Come on. That first doesn't want to open now. There we are. Come on, you. Wow, there we go. Now, I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna take her off camera, because Lord knows, invariably when you open these things up, there's all sorts of billing and personal information. Put this over here. All right, what do we got? Let's start opening this up one at a time. Okay, Lady Death Last Stand. I guess this was a game. Based on the description of that. Lady Death Last Stand, the first ever Lady Death game, single player or co-op. That's pretty cool. A little bit of marketing in there for a Lady Death project. And let's get all of my billing information out of the way so we can get into what's actually in this. Now, there, get that over there. Now, first thing you get in one of these Kickstarters is a swag bag. Love the swag bags. The swag bags are full of all sorts of really cool stuff. So let's see what we got. We got a thank you letter on the back, which is a form letter, but either way, let's take a look at the stuff. Come on, you. So we've got a pin. That's a La Muerta pin. That's the character, by the way. A magnet. Oh, you get some magnets in here. Now, this is actually one of the covers. Oh, it's sticking together because of age. There you go. It's a magnet. That was actually one of the covers that could have come in the books. There is the La Muerta Ascension #1 card. Very nice. There is another La Muerta Ascension #1 card. Very cool. And another La Muerta Ascension #1 card. Now, what's different about these, obviously, they're different artists. Like this is Jamie Tyndall, for example. This one was Nathan Zerzi. There's a name that I'm hearing more and more lately. I do have a couple books that I've done by him. And an Ale Garza. I actually have something by Alan Garza I found in my collection from way back today. I didn't know he'd been doing comics that long. I was really surprised when I started to look into it. Go, oh. Now this is one of the smaller and one of the earlier Kickstarters, $105,000 raised. Not bad for a smaller and earlier one that wasn't actually a Lady Death one. Oh, there's another card. What's this one? This one is Monty Moore. Very cool. I like that skull on that. It's pretty cool. Now I got another sticker. This will go on my big book of astronomy notes and a bookmark. Ooh, I'm always looking for more bookmarks because I'm constantly reading trade paperbacks. And a calendar. What calendar year is this? 2020. I don't think this is going to do me much good. Now that is a Dan Mendoza piece of art on the top of that. Quite nice. Very cool. And there's the thank you letter. Cool stuff, cool swag. It's interesting when you get all those cards and everything. I've actually been taking all those cards and putting them in penny sleeves. So that's what you do with cards, or at least that's what we used to do with cards. And then putting them inside of hard cases. I'm sure I'm overkilling this, but I've now got a stack about yay high of these things, and they're sitting inside a, believe it or not, of all things, a Venom lunch pail that I got at Fan Expo years ago because I think I won that by doing something on their app. No, anyways, well, there's the homage cover that I got. Let's get this out. It's a homage to the Punisher. Obviously, it's the Punisher #1, I believe, from the limited series. And I've seen a couple homages to this particular cover of late. There's a Spider-Man one. That was a What If, by the way, which is really cool. I still have yet to get my hands on that one. I do actually have the original Punisher book for this. So it'll be interesting to have that side by side and take a look and see what I think. Very neat. Nice square-bound book. Not destroyed. Oh, and there's that Monty Moore picture that was on the back there. Very neat. Very cool. Now with this came the digital edition. I did read the digital edition years back when this came. Ooh, easy. And there is a second book in the back. Let's see if I can get the second book out. There we go. What do we got here? Black and white premiere edition. Now in these, if I remember correctly, it's black and white art. Yeah, it's the covers and various pieces of art in it by various artists that are actually involved in the project. Wow, some of these are just stunning. This was one of the covers that actually sold with this. I remember this being one of the covers. Oh, excuse me. Not enough water in my diet this morning. Very nice. Very cool stuff. Huh. Now I'm sure if you go to the Coffin Comics store, you'll find that a lot of these are probably available in print now. Because they do sell prints on the Coffin Comics store. And I'm sure if you actually went on there, they may still have some of these in stock and you can actually order them if you're interested. So my own experience with the Coffin Comics store online has been very good. When I order things from them, they've got them, they get to me. I have no issues with it, so that's my 2 cents for anybody who is contemplating it. Now, then we get into the fun stuff. Let's get this giant thing of mail out of the way. Okay, now, there's a board taped to this. I don't know why this board is taped. This must have been to protect something. Toss that out of the way. Okay, so there you go. So we have not one mystery envelope, but 2 mystery envelopes. Now, we're going to open these today live. I have no idea what's in them. I wonder what books have already been claimed. Well, I guess there's no real way to know what is this in the back. There's a card or something in there. Huh, what is that? Let's open that up. As I say, I certainly hope there wasn't anything time sensitive in these where I had to, ooh, look at that. It's a metal card. Limited to 500. Oh, that's very cool. Check that out. Very neat. Metal. Huh. Never seen one of those thrown in there before. Neato. Neat. Oh, yes, I am that old. I just used phrase neato. So what we got here is a list of all the things that you could get on the back. The mystery envelope, which is sealed. You got a bunch of stuff in here. And then you've got some Omega editions down here. I guess what you really want is one of these Omega editions. I guess that's really the most collectible of the group. Now, what I do after I open these, when I do put them away into my collection, I bag and board them. Obviously I have my little board on the back that's got the Tennessee Fats collection stamp on it. Some of you may have seen that in some of my other reviews. If you want to actually know more about that, by all means, just post a comment and I'll let you know. But the other thing I do is I actually take these little slippies and I stick them in the back of the envelope so I will always know where I got this book. I don't think there's any real value in keeping these in sealed paper envelopes because, well, quite frankly, but people are after the comics. I don't think they're really after the envelope. Envelope is very nice. It's a very nice marketing move, and I do like this one was limited to 480 envelopes. Do I dare break the seal? Well, obviously I do. Anyways, here, let's tear into it and see what we get in the first one. Without further ado. Come on. I'm doing this in such a way that this will not be sealed up again. You just saw me cut the top of this open. It's open. End of story. And what do we got? We've got, ooh. Now this was one of these Scarlet editions. Okay, now these were limited to 40. It says right there, Scarlet Edition A, limited to 40, last rate's number 1. Very cool. So you get 40 copies of this book exist. I now own one of the 40 copies of this exist. So, for example, where's the Scarlet Editions? Do we have Scarlet Edition A right there? Joel Gomez, La Muerta, last rate's number 1. Scarlet Edition A, limited to 40 copies. Very cool. There's some Mendoza ones in here too. Mendoza sketch covers. Now those are limited to, I guess, 25, 20, and 10. Huh. Wow, that'd be kind of a neat one to get. I do like Dan Mendoza, as you guys have seen on the other things that I've opened on my channel. So that's very cool. That's the first one. Let's tear into the second one here. So once again, there's our little mystery envelope thing, saying here's all the things you could do. Does it feel any different? Ooh, it's feels like a book to me. It's like Christmas time. You get to shake the package and say, ooh, look, it's a bread box, or a cat in a bread box, or a cat. If it's a cat, you probably shouldn't be shaking it. Just take notes, everybody. It's a bad idea. Okay, what's this one? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. This is a Ali Garza Obsidian edition. This is actually, okay, so hold on. So when you saw when I had this paper over here, let's take a moment here and just reflect on what just happened. How I said, now look here. Now the Omega editions, I guess, are the rarest one. Limited one, there are only 5 Omega editions, but right before that, La Muerta Ascension, Obsidian edition by Ali Garza, limited to 13 copies. 10 copies inserted into envelopes and 3 retained by the publisher. There are only 10 of these out there. 10. I now have 1. Now it's numbered, is number 9 of 13 down here. Obsidian edition limited to 13 copies. Wow. That is stunning. Now this is a black and white version of what I believe is a color option on this book. Hold on here. Did we see this in the cards earlier? Did we? It's very similar. Huh. Well, this is one of the biggest wins that I've actually got out of these mystery envelopes. This is really cool. There's only 10 of these. Now, I could care less what this might be worth. I'm not going to waste my time going online seeing how much this might sell for, because to me, the actual fun in this is the fact that I got this in a mystery envelope. I supported this in Kickstarter, and look what I got. There's something else in here. What else is in here? Oh, ooh, another metal card. Hey, fancy. It's the metal. Wait, there's more than one metal card. Whoa. I got 2 metal cards. Whoa. Okay, so hold on. I have 3 of this metal card. They're limited to 500. I have 3 of them. I have 3 of 500. Does that represent a substantial amount of client concentration risk? Are there any more in this envelope? Did I miss something? No, there's something else in here. How did I miss them? That is weird. So weird. But doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is, and as I was just before I got distracted there, I'm glad I got this, because this means something to me, and this will go in my collection, which I think actually speaks to something here. Let's take a moment here with Uncle Tennessee Fats. Let's step back and really reflect. And for those of you in the comic community, if you watch this far into the video, thank you. I appreciate that. But another thing that I'm going to say is, we are at August the 13th here as of the date of recording. This is also the day I'll be releasing this video. And there's a fair amount of what I'm going to say is noise going on in our hobby right now about certain things that happened at a certain comic convention, and how a lot of people are very upset, and there's a lot of anger out there. And there's a guy or a channel that I follow on Instagram, Bronze and Modern Gods, and I'm going to throw a shout out to them here. And I watched a video by them, and I'm not going to speak to what the noise and what everybody's angry about. Needless to say, it has nothing to do with me. I'm fine. I wasn't even there. I have no clue what even is going on. I can't really speak to it. But one of the comments they made was, people, it's funny books. Take a moment back and just think on that now. It's funny books. Really, these are things that we do to have fun. This is a hobby. I know a lot of people make money at this, supporting the hobby and servicing the hobby. I'm not one of those. And if you are one of the people that does that, God bless you. I hope you're having a good time, and I hope you're actually doing this because you enjoy the hobby as well. But for everybody else that's out there just spinning right now and just stewing on various angry things, I just ask and I encourage you to just take a step back and just remember it's funny books. I think Bronze and Modern Gods said that perfectly. And just relax and enjoy the hobby. If you aren't enjoying the hobby, you shouldn't be in the hobby. So that comes to this point of, I'm really glad I got something that's really rare. I'm quite happy with this. This is now going to go home and be one of really the prized books in my collection. That's enough for me. And that's why I'm really happy with this opening. So I'm going to end her off on that one. We had a little fireside chat there with Uncle Tennessee Fats. We got a bunch of cool stuff. And let's wrap this one up. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed this opening. And I do hope that if you're out there doing Kickstarters and you're supporting Coffin Comics, that you're also having a good time opening their stuff. And I hope you continue to do so because really they're a good company to deal with. Everybody, have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.